Morning, everyone. Hope you can hear me okay. Sorry I'm a little bit late. We were having a few technical difficulties. But yeah, I'm up and running. Welcome to my writing session from the Royal Voluntary Services Virtual Village Hall on this lovely sunny March day. So, hope you're all well. Things have been good since last time I saw you. Today's writing session, we're going to be writing about when we work together. So activities on the theme of teamwork, collaboration, working together. Just a reminder that it's just a light-hearted, fun activity to do for an hour for us to spend some time together. Don't stress about spelling and grammar. We're focusing on the creativity and getting our ideas down in whatever way you find most appropriate to you. If you would like to share, go on comments. Yep, if you'd like to share anything in the chat with me, snatches of writing that you're doing, thoughts that you have about anything that I say, feel free. It'd be lovely to see your comments. And as always, if you want to post any of your pieces of writing in the comments at the end of the hour, this writing workshop will still be up on the Facebook page, and it would be great to see some of the bits that any of you have written from them. So, as we're late starting, let's crack on. I was going to do a quick 5-minute warm-up session. I chose this topic when we work together. I've been thinking about people working together quite a bit recently, partly because I've been working with some young people who have been collaborating on creative projects, and it's been fabulous seeing the way they get over their initial anxiety about working with people they don't know and roll the sleeves up and get on with it, which is fabulous to see. Gives me lots of hope for the future. The young ones have got it. They've got it sorted, so that's fine. And we're also seeing lots of people in the news at the moment pulling together and doing what they can to help the people of Ukraine. People in Ukraine pulling together to help each other in the situation they're in, or get out of the country. And people in places in the world pulling together to do what they can to help as best they can from a distance, or as we've seen in places like Poland and Germany, actually doing practical things to help people. So I thought it would be a good topic to do today. So the warm-up activity then, I'm going to give you a couple of sentence starters. We're just going to spend 5 minutes writing what working together means for you. It could be, you could begin this, the sentence could be teamwork is, or working together is, or collaboration is. They're all different phrases that mean working together. So 5 minutes writing a list. Do as many as you can. As I've said to you before, your the regular ideas come out first, but the deeper you go into your subconscious, the more creative ideas will come out of that well, that deep well. I'll put 5 minutes on the clock and see how we do. Working together is anything, whatever. We'll share in a minute. Almost done. If you finish off the one that you're on. There we go. Excuse that. 5 minutes went quickly. I'll quickly run down the messages. Great to see so many messages this morning. Morning, Jean. Jean Bishop Greentree. Your first time joining in. Welcome. I hope you enjoy it. Christina Walker. Working together is to have a friend, have a laugh, but yet still do the great job that you do. Yep. Friendship and laughter is a key thing for me, definitely. Morning, Ursula. Morning to you in Dorset. Thank you for joining us. Maria is Maria Parkhouse, a newbie here too. Often told that I speak with a performer's narrative, so maybe creative writing will unburden me. I hope so. And we'd love to hear the things that you write, Maria. Please feel free to put them in the comments or record yourself if you want to perform them. Record yourself and send them to us. And Bex, morning, Bex. Bex, you're the first time here too, and you've got lots to write. Great. I'd love to hear that, and we'd love to see it. And it is live, Bex, but yeah, it's also recorded. So if you can't stay with us, you can catch up with us when it goes live. It goes live very quickly. So working together, I've got 5 here. So working together is taking someone else's turn to cook dinner or empty the dishwasher because you notice they're having a tough day. Working together is sitting around a table with a great group of colleagues, riffing off each other's ideas and sharing out tasks to lighten the load for everyone. Similar, the next one, working together, is recognizing each other's skills and allowing people to work to their strengths. There's a good team that does that. Good friendship does that too. Working together is mothers in Poland leaving baby buggies at the train station to lighten the burden of refugee mothers. That made me quite emotional seeing pictures of that. And my last one, so this is for my best friend. Working together is having your best friend roll up their sleeves and say, what can I do to help? So they were mine. As I say, if you've written something, if you'd like to put in the comments, that would be wonderful. Okay. So in thinking about this, I do get quite emotional with the idea of teamwork, working together. As I say, that the news. I'm not watching lots and lots of news because I'm watching my own mental well-being. But I do see some, and we're hearing lots and lots of disturbing and scary things about the world, and you can think that there's no hope, but then you will see something like a picture of all the buggies at the train station that shows that there are wonderful people in the world who want to make it a better place and work together. So, yeah, let's. I would like, if possible, to focus on the positives of working together, to give us all that glow of hope that there are times when we work together and it does us good. I'm waffling now. I'll shut up. I know what I mean, and it's not coming out properly. But working together, Kath Naylor says, working together is picking others' strengths to support you. Exactly. And that's the word, support. Working together means support, and there are times when we need it. So in thinking about teamwork and collaboration, I did think of a few sad times when I've needed support, but that support has come in, and the fact that that support has come in has really lifted my spirits. So, and I think it's good to capture those memories. For me, as you know, I like true life writing mostly, and capturing those memories can be very useful. You've always got them there to remind you. So I'm going to prompt you to think about times when you've worked in a team, you've collaborated on something. That might be in a work context, it might be a family context. It's human beings are actually wired for connection, as the writer Brené Brown often says. Part of our evolution is that we began as a species to band together into groups and look after each other and help each other to gather food and to help each other bring up our young, because the human young are not entirely unique, but one of the few species that can't rear itself and needs a body of others to look after it. And we survive. We survived as a species. We've had a difficult past couple of years, and people have had to be creative in the way that they work together and collaborate. And the Royal Voluntary Service is an excellent example of this. That their volunteers have pulled together and managed to keep lots and lots of people going by working together and stopping people feeling so isolated. So that's an excellent example there. And when I watch films, I find that when I watch films, the films that I'm drawn to are the ones at the end where all the friends come together and help the main character out. I always cry in those. So, that's where I'm at. Think of a time when you've been in a team, work with family. It could be a charitable thing that you've done, something, working as a charity with a group of other volunteers to pull things together. We used to have an excellent band of the friends of the school that I worked in. They used to do some fantastic activities for children. Some of them things that those children would never ever have experienced ever if we hadn't put those activities on. It was fab. Could be something in the world of sport. My son is a rugby fan and talks about how it's teamwork. There's not. Do they say there's no I? There's no I in teamwork. It's got to be everyone working together. So the fantastic wins that teams have comes about because people work well together, and when they don't work well together, they stop winning. And it could be a joyful event, a time when you work together for something that was joyful, like the school examples I've given, the wonderful summer fairs and community festivals we used to do. It might be a sad one, so I'm thinking about when I emptied my dad's home and I was finding it very, very overwhelming doing it myself. There were three times that people rolled the sleeves up and said, "What can I do to help?" And I will never forget they did that. So this is going to be a slightly... Oh, thank you, Caroline. Saying waffling is okay. I'd waffle a lot. I'm very skilled at it. Right, I'm going to give you a longer time, maybe 10 minutes on this one, to write about a time when you worked together with something. What did you do? What were you doing working together? What did you achieve? And how did you feel afterwards? Either immediately afterwards that it was achieved, or when you look back on it from now and think about what that working together with someone did, what you'd done together. And as I say, it could be a team, it could be you and one other, it could be a partner working together on your life together. 10 minutes, anything. Working together is achieving a goal in a much shorter time span with all ideas shared. Win-win. Win-win, great phrase. Anyway, stop waffling. 10 minutes. 10 minutes to write. And if you don't want to write about a real event, you can write about a fictional one or one from history or somebody else. 10 minutes to write about working together. you want to just finish the bit you're on. Nearly there. Right. Let's see. I've got some writing. So hello, Jean. Again, I did say hello live. Thank you for joining us. I can't do comments on here, but the team have, so I see the team have answered you. Thanks for joining us today. So, Christina says, working together, you can bounce off one another, whether you're sad or something has happened to your work colleague, and show support and tell them you can come to me if you wish. I'll be here. But if you don't, it's fine. I'll support that. My friend at work, her brother was in a car accident and he was driving. And he killed his best friend. So I was the only colleague who said sorry about what happened, said what I said and left it like that. It was just to let her know there was support. Oh, that's such a sad story, Christina, and how wonderful that you gave your friend support like that. Sometimes that's all you need to know, that somebody says, I'm here, I know what you're going through. Thank you for that. Okay, let's have a look. So Kath said, I was part of a choir with our local authority, and one Christmas we decided that we would visit a few care homes. As a choir, or in this case a team, we negotiated when we would visit and rolled upon the day with instruments for the residents to play along with, and party hats for them to wear. It was very festive. There was one old lady who wouldn't wear the hat or play an instrument and wouldn't take part, but seemed to quietly enjoy the singing. It is good to know that you can be a I'm not seeing all the comments here. They stop. But it's good to know that you can be a spectator. Whatever that was, Kath. Thank you for sending that in. That's lovely. That's a lovely image there of you. I did a writing workshop with elderly people, a Christmas themed one, and a lady. We were working as a team. I was asking questions and passing around festive things. And a young lady with me was playing music, and they absolutely loved it. So I can imagine they would really have enjoyed that. Thank you. Thank you for those. Oh, I'll read mine. Mine's a rough first draft, as I said to you before. I'm not sure where it's going. I've worked with some fantastic teams in education, in the educational work context mostly, where if there isn't a great team ethos, day-to-day life can be hard, and the customer, i.e. the young people being taught, pick up on the disharmony and their day-to-day lives are impacted too. The best teams I've worked in have allowed me to be myself, vulnerable and certain sometimes, strong and confident at others. And colleagues have stepped up to the plate and been vulnerable and uncertain and strong and confident in their turn too. The best situations I've worked in haven't expected everyone to be an expert at everything, but acknowledge that we all have strengths and weaknesses which come into play at different times, and that the most outstanding results are achieved when people are allowed to work together with each other to complement these skills, to fill the gap for others when it's needed, knowing that on another day, you in turn will have the support you need to. Competition and judgment kill teams. kill working relationships and positive outcomes. And though I've experienced my share of these scenarios, luckily I've worked in wonderful, creative and affirming teams too. And I'm very grateful for that indeed. So there you go. That's that one. Yeah, I thought I'd end up writing about a particular time, but I didn't. But I could go on from that. I could knock that into an anecdote about working in a team. I'm still in contact with some, but I was a member of a team for 2 different teams at the same time for 15 years, and I'm still in contact with team members from both. And I feel very, very privileged. If any of my former colleagues are out there, think about you often. And I hope you're all well. So, my next activity then. I've got a poem here by Benjamin Zephaniah. So, as I've mentioned before, I am sure, I really love the diversity of Britain. I think it is a strength, and that's acknowledging that diversity and us working together instead of in judgment. And what was the other thing I said? Judgment and competition. Instead of in judgment and competition with each other, makes Britain strong. There's a fantastic, I know it's a political phrase, is it stronger together? And I don't know which party said it, but I really believe that as human beings we are stronger together. But anyway, I'm going to read this poem by Benjamin Zephaniah, which I've liked for a very long time. I'm going to say some of the words incorrectly, I'm sure. Ciliers, is that it? Somebody can tell me, I'm sure. It's called The British Poem. Take some Picts, Celts and Ciliers and let them settle. Then overrun them with Roman conquerors. Remove the Romans after approximately 400 years. Add lots of Norman French to some Angles, Saxons, Jutes and Vikings, then stir vigorously. Mix some hot Chileans, cool Jamaicans, Dominicans, Trinidadians and Bajans with some Ethiopians, Chinese, Vietnamese and Sudanese. Then take a blend of Somalians, Sri Lankans, Nigerians and Pakistanis. Combine with some Guyanese and turn up the heat. Sprinkle some fresh Indians, Malaysians, Bosnians, Iraqis and Bangladeshis together with some Afghans, Spanish, Turkish, Kurdish, Japanese and Palestinians. Then add to the melting pot. Leave the ingredients to simmer. As they mix and blend, allow their languages to flourish, binding them together with English. Allow time to cool. Add some unity, understanding, and respect for the future. Serve with justice and enjoy. Note: all the ingredients are equally important. Treating one ingredient better than another will leave a bitter, unpleasant taste. Warning: an unequal spread of justice will damage the people and cause pain. Give justice and equality to all. So that's Benjamin Zephaniah, who's a fabulous poet and a very funny performer. He's got some very amusing tales if you hear him at a reading. So I was thinking we have 40 minutes left, so another 10-minute activity. If you're writing a recipe for working together, kind of like I've hinted at in my piece about what you don't need in a team, what you don't need if you're cooperating with people. What do you need? What ingredients are needed? What skills are needed? How would you mix them together if you were writing it as a recipe? How would they be blended together? What equipment would they be in? What kind of situation does teamwork best work in? And what will be the outcome? What will that recipe make if you mix those things together that you think are essential for teamwork and make them into something? So have a go at writing. Again, I'm going to do 10 minutes. I think could be quite a short thing, but there'll be room to type them up in the comments. It will be lovely to see some of the ingredients you think are essential for working well together. 10 minutes on the clock. Let's see what we get. Okay. Let's finish off the little bit that you're on. Okay. What do we have? Ursula. Ursula Goodall. Comradeship. A different perspective. Problem solving. Busting through a block. Confounding stress by everyone playing their part. This can equally all turn negative. True, it can. Yes, it can. Comradeship. A key thing there. I like those. I do like those. Sometimes it's hard to accept a different perspective, isn't it? I've been as guilty of that as anybody. Being stuck on my what I believe is right. Again, I'm going back to Brené Brown, reading the work of Brené Brown and how learning to acknowledge that everybody is trying their best and there is no one right with everything. It's been a key thing for me in working in teams, and I'm still working on it. I'm not perfect now. Anyway, let's do mine. A recipe for working well together. It needs some work on it. But I'll share what I've got so far. I could tidy it up into something, maybe a poem like Benjamin's. Hang on. A recipe for working well together. Take a group of people. A handful works best, though 2 or tens of 2s could work with care. Young and old, quiet and noisy, skilled and unskilled. Yeah, maybe that should be aim for a blend of young and old, quiet and noisy, skilled and unskilled, the confident and the timid, the well-experienced and knowledgeable, and those new to the task, testing it out for the first time to see what they can contribute. Mix them together in a room with a comfortable ambient temperature, not too hot, not too cold or drafty, enough seats for all at the table, and set them out so all can hear each other, contribute, see the smiles and good intentions in each other's eyes. Add tea and coffee, hot chocolate, biscuits and fresh fruit. Plenty of jugs of water because brains think best when well hydrated. Free pens and notepads are not a necessity, but a sense of humour, laughter, and a shared vision can be helpful. Ask everyone to leave competition, judgment, anger, and other baggage at the door. Allow lots of time to simmer. I'm not sure simmer's the word. Encourage positive communication and active listening. Breathe deep. Believe in the best intentions of others. Celebrate successes and be proud of what you all achieve together. There you go. That's mine, such as it is. So I could work on that maybe. So Amanda Roberts, my ingredients: trust, openness, collaboration, respect, equality, and no bad apples. I heard a thing on the podcast yesterday saying there's always a bad apple. I guess it's how you deal with it. Oh, it's how you deal with that apple. Ursula, thank you. Yeah, allow lots of time to blend. Thank you. That's a much better word. Blend. Excellent. Thank you. Very helpful. Right. Okay, we've got 3 minutes left. 3 minutes left. I hope you got something good out of that, so that you managed to write something from that, something you could work on maybe and tidy up and share with us. I keep saying that, don't I? I'm definitely waffling now. In the last couple of minutes, have you got a favourite quote about working together? I googled some. The one that I came up with earlier was "There's no I in team," which is it's not the strongest quote ever, is it? So I googled and had a look for some. Somebody called H.E. Lecoq, don't know who it is, said, "No one can whistle a symphony. It takes a whole orchestra to play it." What a great quote that one is. Quite a lot of them that were coming up with work-related ones about teamwork and very focused, goal-focused ones that, I was very anti-goal for a long time, but actually I now realise goals don't have to be the judgmental things that I had originally thought they were. Let's have a look. One piece of log. This is someone called Jin Kwon. One piece of log creates a small fire adequate to warm you up. Just add a few more pieces to blast an immense bonfire large enough to warm up your entire circle of friends. Needless to say that individuality counts, but teamwork dynamites. That's a great one. Helen Keller said, "Alone we can do so little, together we can do so much." And Michael Jordan, sportsman, "Talent wins games, but teamwork and intelligence win championships." And I will leave it there. Thank you, Ursula. Ursula says, "Thank you. I did get something. I wrote about building an event for school parties that I've been meaning to put to paper for ages." I'm glad that was useful to you. My favourite teamwork memories are working in school and doing the things for the children, because you get very visibly the enjoyment on the faces makes it all worthwhile. And yes, the orchestra reference is really great, isn't it? So thank you all for joining me, and I hope to see you next time. And if in the meantime, if you want to follow me on my website, www.alisonmott.com, and drop me a line there, and I'll try and post these quotes up there. Thank you. Bye.